How's it going, people? Actually, got something new, but not exactly new. A couple months ago, I did a unboxing and opening and review of the Tug Boat, and now I happen to have one of the clones, and I'm going to see how closely matched the clone is to the original. I don't have the original anymore. That's gone by the wayside quite a while ago. I'm supposed to be getting a I can't think what they're called. The plum veil. I'm supposed to be getting one of those in exchange for it. Alright. Now this is the clone, like I said. It comes with all the screws, the wick, a little bit of wire, a couple of gaskets. Gotta make this kind of quick. And as you can see, quality's pretty similar to the original Tug Boat. Now these graphics aren't as deeply set and detailed as the original Tug Boat was, but the build quality is exact. I mean, it's exactly the same. A little bit of a rougher finish on this. Take this thing apart and let's see what the insides are like. And Shazam, she's apart. Now I've got, like I said, the screws are come in the bag. There's two sets of screws for in the tops of this. Small holes, what you would normally expect for coils. It's got a nice deep well on it. That's the one thing I do like about this one. Still not as deep as I'd like it, but for a dripper, it's a pretty deep well. Pretty deep deck, as some people call them. And of course, like I said, this got a little rougher feel on it than the original did. Like it needs to be sanded down or polished or something. This does not have adjustable airflow. It is just as just a solid build with two air holes in it, one on each side. And then of course your rather large for its size, for what it is, large drip tip. Anyway, there you have it. Tug Boat Clone. It's actually pretty decent little mod. Like I said, the etchings and stuff on here, they resemble the original, but they're not as deep, not as defined or anything. But as far as the rest of it goes, it's spot on remake of it, and it's actually a pretty decent little dripper from what I can tell of it so far. I haven't used this one, and it doesn't want to sit on that. I'll have to get one of my little beauty rings so it'll sit still. Doesn't like to stand up by itself very well. But anyway, I'll put this one together and give it a little trial and let you know what I think later on. This is ours, so it's staying here. Anyway, thank you for watching, and you have a great day. first part of this video you saw the tugboat actually being reviewed once I first got it in. I've been using it for about a week now, or should I say abusing it. Got my little 7-wrap coil of 24 gauge Kanthal. I am using ceramic wick. This stuff is like a jewel. I love this stuff. Don't know that it's worth the money I spent on it, but it lasts like crazy. I mean, there's nothing better. The only downside, I'm not sure if you can tell, the posts on this are not very well put in here. Like this one's bent out and back that way. The other two are still straight, but even they're kind of bent together a little bit since I tightened the bolt down on this thing, or tightened the screws down on it to lock the coil in. It doesn't affect how it vapes. It doesn't leak or anything like that. These do not go through to the bottom of the deck, so they're basically just, I'm assuming, press fit onto the deck. But it does a pretty good little job of vaping. It'll chuck the vapor pretty well. Yeah, I'm really happy with this, and I wasn't even going to build this one. My wife had actually got this one, and I thought she was getting it for herself. When she didn't do anything with it, I figured, well, we'll put it together and give it a shot. I'm really happy with the way this little thing chucks the vapor. Does a really good job. Now, is it a huge cloud chaser? Maybe if you build the coil a little bit differently. I'm still learning that part of it, so this is the closest I've gotten to actually being a cloud chaser yet. But I do love the flavor that I get out of this thing. I mean, it's just, the flavor is really, really intense coming out of this. Does get a little bit warm after you've been huffing on it for a while, but it won't burn you. And like I said, you just get all kinds of flavor out of it. But I'm real happy with it. I'm using it on a Mod clone. It's all greased up with fingerprints right now because I spilt some juice on it earlier and it went all down the side of it, and I gotta find my rags here. But it does a really good job, and I'm real pleased with this thing. Like I said, I wasn't going to build it at first, and it was left here, and then I was told afterward the fact that it was left here so that I could build it and do a review on it, an actual usage. So this one's not going anywhere. I think I'm kind of liking this one better than the Mephistos. While I'm at it, I'm going to do a little touch base on these things too. These I've been vaping, both of them, for about 3 weeks. The only problem I've got with these is I like to fill the deck completely up. I mean, right to the top of the rim. When you do that and you hold this backwards like so, that little air hole becomes a faucet. It runs all down the mod. If you fill it up like I do and you don't hold it exactly straight, even when you vape it, you're going to have a handful of liquid. And it does go everywhere. But that aside, these things put out some really good vapor too. Really good vapor production on a 7-wrap 24 gauge Kanthal coil. I'm also using the wick, the ceramic wick on these as well. I never have to change this wick. This is why I love this stuff so much. It's just, it chucks it out pretty good. But if I hold that button down till that coil's glowing red hot, all the way over and just keep holding it down till the thing pops a flame on it, which it will clear out that that ceramic wick, and it'll be white again, just like the original stuff. It'll be just as white as that. So I'm real happy with the ceramic wick. That's actually been a good addition to my little arsenal of building these things. But anyway, that's my take on these. But as far as the let's put that on there right. As far as the Mephisto goes, I do like the vape that I get with them, but I really like this Tugboat. Now I've got another one coming. I was told that I was being sent a Veritas, and I'm gonna give that one a shot and see what that one comes out like. But I actually went from this little dripper being my favorite, I mean, even though it wasn't anything super special, and I'm building these all with single coil too. But I went from this one being a favorite to liking the Mephisto, and so far I've stepped up. I think the game's been stepped up big time with the Tugboat. I'm really pleased with that one. But that's my review. I do thank you guys for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Leave a comment if you'd like. I try to respond to all of them, and you guys have a great day.